We're rolling? Yeah, we're rolling. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. First off, I want to start and apologize. Y'all haven't got a lot of content out for y'all. Been extremely busy here in the shop. This time of year, I do a lot of side work for people. Grass has been growing like crazy, so time I get done with that, I'm just like overwhelmed and drained. Plus, my shop's full of everybody's equipment, and it's kind of hard to do any filming. So, got a cool video for y'all today. It's kind of a 2-in-1. We got an update video on a project that we got rolled in the shop. And then I'm going to start a little episode. Maybe y'all might like it. We're going to talk about, we'll call it like tool talk. Yeah, that sounds kind of good. That's what we're going to name today's video. So, y'all stick around. Let's get into it. I've had several people message me, ask me, man, how do you get frames really clean? So I was going to go over a few things here. Now this is not all the ways I have of cleaning stuff, but I was going to show you a few small things. You know, when you're grinding welds off of frames, you want to, you know, or if something was welded right here, you want to get it off, but you don't want to eat into the metal. So I have several different things that I use. So I'll kind of go over and show you some of these you might have. Some of you might say, hey, let me run out and get that. That looks pretty handy, and it's cheap, inexpensive, and it does a good job. But everybody's probably got a little angle grinder, you know, with the Scotch slot thing. I call these cookies. People, you know, they're little Camlock 3M deals. You can get stuff like this. Swap meets usually have tons of different things. So you got the cookie kind. Then you got one that's got a little, I can't read that through the camera. Let's turn it over. So this is like a 60 grit sandpaper. So this works real good, you know, if you want to try and get a weld that's, say, down underneath there, you know, and you don't want to get it on your plate, so you can kind of get in tight spots with these. And this is also pretty cool, too. It's like a abrasive Scotch-Brite pad looking thing. I'm not sure what you really want to call it. It's got the cam lock, works really good. I even have some that have a bunch of little bristles on them, so if you're trying to get aluminum, works really handy. Then also you can get the same kind of device, same kind of material. Now this one is threaded, so it'd go right onto your pretty much any 4.5 inch angle grinder, you know, like so. This screws right on there. If you don't have an angle grinder, but you have a drill, pick this up at a swap meet. I think this is like either $4 or $5. These work really good for like stripping paint, rust, all kinds of stuff. Very inexpensive. This will get your paint off your frame as well without really damaging the steel. Everybody uses, you know, this one's wore down to nothing, but floppy disk on your old grinder. Works, use that quite a bit. But the other thing I ran across a while back is this jewel here. It's kind of a big bulky thing. See if I can get this in here. Oh, let's sit up here. Well, it's not going to sit straight. I've got the handle on it, but this is very cool. Get up here. For stripping your frames. Got this off Amazon. Wife got me this, Amazon or eBay, one of the two. We're gonna say it was probably Amazon. I'll show you the box here in a second, but it's got different belts, and then this right here, it's got a spring in it on the back side. Let's see, can we flip it over? Yeah, it's got a spring down here, so if you're doing pipe or something, I'm gonna knock it in the floor. You push down like where my thumb is, so that kind of wraps around the pipe and whatnot. So if you're doing like your fence post or, you know, whatever you're doing, this works really handy for doing frames. It keeps it nice and level. You know, you can just apply a little bit of pressure. And then when I ordered it, get over here. They also had in the little deal next to it, I got like all of this sandpaper, different grits of paper. Some real fine stuff, so if you're trying to get your welds down, you want to use a real fine so it doesn't eat the rest of your frame up. We got some real coarse over here, knock down the big welds, and then you can just throw one of these on there. Real easy to change. Like I said, I just put it on a 4.5 inch grinder. I think it's what they call this, a 40 millimeter is what the little adapter is. So you'd take the guard and all that good stuff off the grinder. I did have it on a Harbor Freight one. And the old Harbor Freight one finally gave up the ghost after like, I don't know, 10 years. So I had this I don't know, what is this? I think this might be a Bosch. Let's see. Yep, sticker's upside down, but this is an old Bosch grinder. So this adapter is supposed to fit pretty much all of them. So we'll check it out. Like I said, I can say what I want because the wife paid her money for it, or I did, whatever. This is I want to say we got this off Amazon. See if we can zoom in here. Hold this right here. So belt sander adapter, 40 millimeter belt. So there's the part number. Maybe you could try and look that up on the old Amazon thing. But it's very handy. Works really good. I use a snot out of this thing, and it was not that much. I want to say this thing was like probably 30 something bucks, maybe 35 bucks. Maybe we can set you a demonstration up, but I've used it some of these areas right here on the frame where the stuff is welded to, and you just apply a little bit of pressure and man, it'll eat that paint right off. So guys ask me, how do you get all those welds, you know, looking really good? This is what I use majority of the time. Like I said, when I purchased it, they had the option to get, you know, extra paper. I think it come with a couple different grits, but I went ahead and got the real coarse stuff, some extra fine, so all that there. So maybe I'll plug this in a second, throw you on the tripod, and I can show you kind of how it does. It's kind of noisy, but you know, especially for all the frame area that's out in the open, all this here, it's real easy to get to. Some of your tighter spots, I'll jump over here and use one of these, So let me see if we could throw you a quick demonstration up and see, let y'all see how y'all like it. All right, we're gonna give you just a quick deal. I'm not gonna sit here and do the whole frame, obviously, because this particular frame, what I'm gonna end up doing is taking it out, getting my sandblaster and actually sandblasting it, which we've been having so much rain lately, can't get out there and do it. But just for today's demonstration, got my handle on this thing. Like I said, it's just push right along here, depending on what kind of pressure you want. And I have, what grit is this? This is an 80 that's on it now that's fairly new. So I'll kind of show you how quick it'll rip this thing off. And I would definitely wear eye protection so you don't get paint and rust and all that good stuff in your face or eyes. So, as you can see, that's just nice, smooth, bare metal. There's no gouges in it. So if, say you're using one of these and you're trying to get some welds down, sometimes if these are really coarse, you'll leave grind marks in your metal, you know, or gouges or whatnot. So this right here makes it nice, smooth, bare metal. And you see that I only took just a little bit, and I was barely putting any pressure on it. So as far as welds like here at the back, I'll go with a real coarse one, get it all knocked down, put an old smooth one on there, something like this grit here, which was, what do we say this was? Blah, blah, blah. This is an 80 grit, so, and it's fairly new, so it knocks it off extremely quick. So that's about, like I said, this is just a few things I use here. I also have, like I said here, a sandblaster, which I'll probably do on this one just to speed up the process. And it's really good for getting down in tight spots where I don't have to waste a lot of time with other strippers and tools and all that good jazz. So this one will get sandblasted. Cheap Harbor Freight pot. Y'all probably seen me use that in other videos. So got to get this thing blasted and primered this week so we can start back getting this thing built. But I'm going to show you a quick update. We got a cool Coleman bike in. More details coming on this. This is not going to be nothing crazy, but it is definitely going to be cool. It's going to have a cool ending. And from Go Power Sports is, I think, where this bike might have come from, or did it not? I bought it used. So, actually, I didn't buy it used. I bought it from somebody else. But we'll get into all the details on that. We do have the cool Go Power Sports parts, though. Yeah. So, y'all make sure and like and subscribe. You're going to feel free to share the video. So we're going to give this thing a massive facelift, which is going to be really cool. We're going to see how we do about paint and plastic. So that's going to be next. So like I said, make sure and like and subscribe. Whoa, got flipped around. So make sure and like and subscribe. Short video. Like I said, I do apologize. We haven't been getting stuff out for you. Rain, all the side work that I've been doing has kept me flooded. Get it. Anyway, y'all take care. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all soon when we start building the DB30 for the wife. And then we got to get on this still here. We might do two at one time. So y'all take care. Thank y'all for watching.